Alright, so bears, fish, deer, different types of birds, insects, and all sorts of animals seek refuge in lush and fruitful forests. However, many forests are in danger of many different threats. The American Forest Association is a non-profit organization on a mission to keep forests healthy from coast to coast. The purpose of this speech is to persuade my audience to become an advocate or become more conscious of their actions in respect to natural forests and the organization American Forest Association. I've done various amounts of research on this topic and this organization to ensure that all of the information I will provide today will be truthful and ethical, all from reliable sources. In my speech, I will discuss the needs of forests as they deteriorate before our eyes. I will also mention how we as a society can help with what could happen if we don't help where we can. To show how drastic forest loss has been over the years, I would like to show a chart of forest loss from 2002 to 2020. So originally launched in 1875, the American Forest Association has always advocated for a careful and science-based strategy to manage and conserve forests for generations to come. Over a 150-year period, American Forest Association has originated the ideas for National Forest System and the U.S. Forest Service, created the first conservation period in the U.S., advocated for the expansion of national forests, worked with Franklin Roosevelt to create civilian conservation corps, pioneered tree planting, and advanced the field of urban forestry through GIS mapping. To continue, trees are a pathway to creating social equity. Trees are so much more than a tall, pretty plant to admire. They are essential to human life. According to an article on why are trees so important, trees are vital and they're the biggest plants on the planet. They give us oxygen, store carbon, stabilize the soil, and they give life to the world's wildlife. They also provide us with materials for tools and shelter. They improve our lives by absorbing greenhouse gases. In fact, they absorb 17.4 million tons of air pollutants, preventing 670,000 cases of acute respiratory symptoms annually. They also provide shade and protection from heat, block wind, and produce oxygen. Trees are life-saving. With trees and forests being destroyed, jobs in forestry are also being lost. Utility bills will increase due to the fact that trees reduce energy for heating and cooling by 7.2% on average, and chances of people coming up with acute respiratory systems are more likely. Although trees are a pathway to social equity, forests are also the best nature-based solution to climate change. Forests are also the best nature-based solution to climate change. Forests capture around 15% of the country's carbon emissions from burning fossil fuels. If we protect forests, their potential to capture even more carbon emissions increases drastically. In fact, one mature tree in a forest can capture the same amount of carbon emissions as driving one car 1,500 miles. Climate change will not slow unless we save forests in the U.S. The soil is also important in forests. Forest soil holds around 58% of the carbon in forests. The wood from trees also stores carbon. Forest products flow up to 1 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. However, if we do not save the forest and help maintain healthy forests, the rise of carbon emissions will increase, which ultimately increases more climate change for the worse. The forest trees are very important for human survival. However, the water and forest are just as important. Water and forest are essential to each other for survival of life and each other. Trees and soil absorb rainfall and melted snow. This helps with reducing the risk of disastrous flooding and providing sustenance during hot, dry seasons. Forests also act like a sort of filter. They keep water clean by capturing chemicals before they get a chance to enter waterways. Our drinking water supply is at risk if forests are destroyed. Scientists have predicted that nearly half of the freshwater basins in the U.S. may not be able to meet demands of future generations, for instance, your grandkids. This is due to the decline of forest health. 55% of our fresh drinking water originates in forests. This comes mainly from streams and rivers that run to the forest. Furthermore, when forests are healthy, we as a country don't have to spend millions of dollars on water filtration. Filtration provided by one natural forest can equal around $3 million annually. According to Martha Stevenson, Senior Director, Forest Strategy and Researcher, planting trees is good, saving existing forests is better, protecting people and nature is best. Forests are important to human life, while it is also important and crucial for wildlife survival. Homes for wildlife are being destroyed with the decline of forest health. According to an article on forest habitats, forests are home to more than 3/4 of the world's life on land. These ecosystems are complex webs of organisms that include plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. Forests provide critical resources for wildlife. For example, grizzly bears feed on fish from the rivers and streams and eat seeds from alpine forests. Birds nest in the forest trees, and animals reproduce using the forests. Nearly 80% of land-dwelling species rely on forests to survive. With forest health declining, there are less wildlife habitats, more species going extinct, and unnatural deaths are occurring for the wildlife in forest areas as well. Being educated on the problem at hand is part of the solution. However, to truly help the cause, it is important to find ways to directly support the American Forest Association. Through the American Forest Association, you can donate, plant trees, and get involved in projects. Funds go directly to plant and restore forests. Every dollar donated to American Forest Association goes towards planting one tree in a wildland restoration project in a priority threatened ecosystem. You can also become a member of this association to help restore habitats for wildlife, make the air cleaner, and help create healthier forests. Donations help this organization support their teams as well as help their association plant trees in threatened ecosystems. You can donate by going to americanforest.org and follow these steps. So in the top right corner, you'll see donate. Click on the donate. You can then sign up to donate one time or monthly, and you can choose the amount in which you would like to donate. Then you need to put your card information as well as your personal information. Once you have completed these steps, you can click donate now at the bottom of the page. Conservation is not cheap and easy, however, it is valuable. With your donation, you can feel secure knowing that the American Forest Association can and will put it to good use. Without the giving and caring nature of the individuals running this association, forest decline would only increase and leave the world without forests. Forests provide many aspects to social equity, climate change, water, and wildlife survival. With little effort, we could truly make a difference for forests and create a better future. In this speech, I've gone over precautionary measures that individuals can take to help save America's forests and the nonprofit organization of American Forest Association. Promise to save forests. I will also cover the various needs as to why we should save forests and the importance of them. Hopefully I have persuaded you to donate to the cause and help save our forests. I also hope I have persuaded you to help those that dedicate their lives to protecting and restoring our forests. Help those who are helping save our forests and save our forests from extinct, whatever. Donate today at americanforest.org.